All right, welcome back. You should have already walked through this process last week and you've taken this test. And so we're going to assume that you've done all this and now you're doing this last thing, you're bringing the results to class. And so as you begin to fill out the results on your fill in the blank notes, um, here's how I want you to do it. Using the example of the gifts I have over here on the right-hand side, I'm going to fill out the results for me. As I go forward. So for instance, you'll notice at the top of the page up here that the top two score, the number one score, the top two score of mine is 44. So that's number one. And there's two gifts that have that ranking of number one. And so pastoring and teaching. And then you'll go next, you'll notice there's only 143. Only one of my gifts has a 43 as a score. So that's my number two, which would be administration. We continue to go down looking for, okay, 42s are the next. That's my number third set of gifts, which is leadership and faith. And we continue on. My fourth is 41. There's two 41s as well, wisdom and writing. And then my fifth one, which are 40s, there's three of them, music, encouragement, and miracles. So that's how I want you to record that in your notes. Make sure you always resave it as you go. And so that we don't lose that, because you're going to end up uploading those into your forum as well, and then eventually even discussing them with your small group. So pause the video and come back to that, and then we're going to move on with our discussion. Okay, so you have entered your scores and you have uploaded them. And so now this portion of things is really we're going to talk about what we're going to do as a small group.
Okay, so for a quick, just summarize, wrap up and summary of everything that we're doing, you have already uploaded the printout or the screenshot of your spiritual gifts into Moodle. Now, the next thing that you're going to need to do is to go into Tuesday's forum, and in Tuesday's forum, you're going to post for yourself the list of your top 5 gifts, basically pulling them off the form. And then you're going to go around and you're going to look at your others in your small group, and you're going to fill out a form that looks like this. Let me share this with you real quick. You're going to fill out this form, same page or form that was given to you on Monday again. You're going to type your small group leaders or small group people's names in this group. So this would be whoever, their name, and then you would go in and you would type their gift in based on what their various gifts are, and so on and so forth. And then the next person, and so on and so forth. And so you would go through and do that in that form or the Word document version of it. And then on the next page, basically you're getting all this information out of the forum to put into this form. And then you're going to make some observations about your spiritual gifts. What are the strengths of your small group and what are the weaknesses of your small group here? And you're going to type them in here. And it's all based on what you've discovered from looking at the results on this form after it's completely filled out of everybody in your small group. And so you're going to individually then observe your small group, their weaknesses and their strengths. Basically, what gifts does your small group have the most of, and what gifts does your small group have the least of? And then you're going to upload the filled out chart with the filled out questions down here. You're going to upload all of that then into a separate upload folder then later in the week, Wednesday or Thursday, and then it'll be all done. And then that will enable us to have our discussion Wednesday, so that we can make some observations. And in that discussion on Wednesday, you can ask some questions and that sort of thing. So that is how we're going to wrap the whole thing.